Namaskar. Welcome to the special broadcast on Delhi elections. As expected, BJP is leading. However, the race appears to be tightening somewhat. It was a leading in 49 out of 70 just 30-40 minutes ago. Now it has tightened up, and we are looking at 43 to 27 with Congress still drawing a blank. It looked like it might win one seat, but it appears to be again trailing now. And we wanted to just give you a heads up on what is going on. And we will just start by looking at the map from the ECI website on the Delhi state and the various constituencies. Can you just look at the constituency map? I want to show the colors to the viewers. See, yeah, exactly. So if you look at it, there are only some pockets where AAP is winning, but I see a sea of BJP saffron across it. And if you drill down a little bit further, you will start noticing that the places where AAP appears to be leading is all places where the minority is voting as a bloc. This is going to become a problem very soon. And my take is that, let us say X becomes the chief minister from BJP. The time is close to running out now on sending back illegals. That's the only thing you can do. But by doing that, the message that will be sent to people is that you come to India, you have to follow the law of the land. If you don't do that, this is what is going to happen. I'm going to show you an example video of what happened in just a few minutes. Let me just first cover the salient points, and then I'll share that video, because this is what is now being seen in US. US is not waiting for no Mahurat to send people out. They are being sent out like by plane loads to almost all the countries. So first of all, the big news, New Delhi constituency, Arvind Kejriwal is up by a narrow 225 votes. And they are in, let's see, now we are in the fourth round. Total number of rounds is 13. Arvind Kejriwal is leading by 223 votes, with Parvez Sahib Singh trailing nearest one, and Sandeep Dixit is a distant third. The others are just in 2 digits, so I wouldn't even look at them for now. So I have a feeling as this counting progresses, that BJP will start extending from where they are. They are right now at 43, and okay, now just come down to 42. So there are close contests here. It might be around 42 or 45, my guess. And it was predicted by us using a very reliable source from the ground that BJP was going to win 42 with 7 seats, which can go either way. I mean, if all of them go BJP's way, it's a very likelihood, a very possible thing. Then it will get to 49. 49 is probably the upper end for BJP. But let's wait and see how it goes. By the way, both Manish Sisodia and 𝗤𝗏𝗄𝗎 are trailing. They are trailing by 1,000 votes each. Manish Sisodia is too early because it's only one round counted. There are 10 rounds for Manish. Here is 𝗤𝗏𝗄𝗎 that we are putting up. She is trailing by 1,039 votes. This is status after 3 rounds of counting. Total number of rounds is 12. Now let's take a look at Manish Sisodia, and you will see that here also this is just the first round. Manish Sisodia is still in the first round, and let's see what the latest is. Just can you bring up? Thank you. So here it's still in after the first round. He's trailing by 1,314 votes, and this could be significant because right from the get-go he's trailing, and this is postal plus 1 round of actual votes cast. So Manish Sisodia also is trailing. I don't think it's necessary to go down to the even lesser lesser lights of AAP and say, okay, this person is trailing, this person is winning. Now let's take a step back to the, we can close this thing, come back to the big picture. What does this mean? After 1993, 31 years, BJP has won again. And it means that it has its work cut out. I have been through some of the mohallas of Delhi, and I can tell you it's completely overgrown like a bush, and it needs serious trimming. I don't know if Bhajpa has the appetite, because all they do is irregulars, they become regularized. That's not the way to do it, because what happens is these irregular constructions have some local dadas who actually control who comes in, who goes out, who stays, and who leaves. And because of that, these dadas become the vote getters for the various political parties, and this nexus has to be broken. I mean, Tahir Hussain belongs in a jail in Bangladesh, not even here. That's the kind of a rascal he is. And yet, you know, he's a councillor. He's sometimes he probably is running for 𝗏 MLA. He might even win this time. So somewhere this part has to be fixed by the BJP. I think the time is running out. They made this an issue in Jharkhand, but clearly that did not resonate there enough. But at least in Delhi, they can make a start and start cleaning up the city of illegals. Yes, some of the people will find some hardships. Their help may not be working. People who are coming and taking care of their chores, they may not show up because they are illegal. But I think India needs to get used to it, automate a little bit, try to make life a little bit different. People need to work a little bit more. I think this is what I foresee coming. If you don't do that, it's in for a lot of pain. Hemmed in by all countries with let's see, what is the thing? Tahir Hussain is trailing big time in what constituency is this? Mustafabad, and Mohan Singh Bisht of Bharatiya Janata Party is leading by 21,000 votes. Wow, that's a commanding lead, and this is after 4 rounds. I hope this guy goes to jail, in Bangladesh. It's one of the most despicable characters that one can think of. He had loaded up. Oh, he's okay. So my editor Sachin tells me that he is fighting on the AIMIM ticket. Wow, what a surprise! What a surprise! Owaisi Miyan to googly डाल दिए भाई तुम. You have to go and choose this guy to vote, stand for your team. Well. So you can see the true colors emerging of all these people as they start losing election after election. And who's to say? I mean, there was one United States embassy official who went and paid a visit to his house. I don't know if he ever reported that to the government. You're supposed to do all these things. Anyway, so these are all some of the problems that will need to be straightened out. The software needs to be updated, because I want to show you a small video of what played out today in the state of Kentucky. There is the Council of American Islamic Relations, and this girl's name is Noura Shalash. She is the Director for Government Affairs for CAIR, Council of American in Islamic Relations. I think Islamic Relations. And this is in Kentucky. Just watch this video. She's being taken away.
Are a hateful bigot. Huh? Who is this woman? What is she doing?
I don't even know.
Thank you.
Come.
This is insane.
I'm not leaving.
This is what Jews in New York City have to deal with in a place of business. It's my office, Nora. Okay?
I'm not leaving.
Can you pause it for a second here?
She with you?
No.
Okay, what is happening is, I think she tried to lunge at a journalist who happens to be from New York City. Kentucky is a little distance, about probably 200-300 miles from New York City. And he's essentially taunting her, of course, and she wants to take a swipe at him. You know what the problem is with this? A whole generation, probably not 1 but 2 or 3 generations, have been brought up on hatred. Hatred for non-believers. From the moment their eyes open in the morning to the time their eyes close, all they are doing is hating the non-believers. With people like this around you, how long can you sustain yourself? How long will you continue to be able to work for your betterment, your family's betterment. Think about it. I mean, this is the most important takeaway that I want to show you. Let's continue that video. She's being taken away. Just take a look at it.
I asked him if he did.
أنا اسمي ألف لام ذلك الكتاب كلها ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
I'm just hoping that this person has a mental.
للمتقين. I demand jihad. I demand jihad. I want ISIS to kill all of you.
Okay.
All right, somebody call the cops.
I'm conspiring.
So she wishes-
Palestinian jihad and ISIS.
Okay.
I am conspiring with them.
Okay, this is going to go right to the FBI.
Perfect.
So what see, she's been caught on record swearing at a person, saying that I want ISIS to kill you, and he's saying that, well, this is going to go on FBI record. The unprecedented number of arrests happening right now in the United States. One of the things that people need to remember is, when America says it will do it, it usually does. It doesn't just say something and then say, okay, I just wanted to use it as a threat. So what we are seeing playing out is, if you keep hating a community because they don't happen to believe in your religion, at some point of time, this hate is going to consume you. I've given up thinking that the moderates and the Islamic religion will start speaking up, and that these extreme elements will quieten down. On the contrary, they are becoming more and more noisy. And I expect a lot of things like the CAIR, the alphabet soup organizations, all of them to collapse. Many of them will go to jail. The rest might be forced to leave the country, because there are allegations of sexual abuse in many of these care centers. And they have established a lot of centers, very well disciplined. God only knows where the money came from. I would not be surprised if USAID was funding them also. Anyway, so let's get back to the elections. The reason this is connected with India is because you're going to see something similar play out unless people start acting on it fast. So you can see here the race is tightening up. BJP is at 40 now. It's leading at 40, and AAP has crept up to 30. Let's take a look quickly at New Delhi constituency, please, because I think that's a bellwether constituency. Yeah. He's leading by 386 votes now. And so this is one solid, one solid round. Right now it is 5 out of 13 rounds done. One solid round, one way or the other, is going to make the lead solidify for one person. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But you can see that there are at least 5 or 6 constituencies where things are going back and forth. But we still stand by that number, 42 for the BJP. We'll see how this plays out. Let's go to Kalkaji to see what happened on that. And here the lead is still the same. I think it has not been updated. You're still at status as of the 3rd round, so it has not been updated yet. Now, one question that people might ask, after all, Delhi state is not really a state. They don't have a lot of powers. For example, the police is with the center. They have some things like finance, but other than that, Delhi is not really a full-fledged state. Then why is that? Why is the Bharatiya Janata Party making such a big deal and he wanted to win there? My guess is that you need to start showing that India is serious about cleaning itself of all its illegals, is to first win its capital city and then starting to cleanse out all these things in full view of the various consulates, because these consulates also probably are using some of these labor pool, and they will get to know what is going on in all these mohallas. I mean, they make it their business to know what is going on. If you want to send a message to other countries that India's patience is up, that it's going to clean out all its illegals and in a systematic, methodical way, this is the time. And I'm curious as to when India is going to decide that enough is enough. Bangladesh software needs to be updated too. I'm very curious about that. So Let's take a few comments here. I see some very interesting comments. I'm just going to pull them up myself. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Elmo, BJP is already leading in 44 seats and bound to win in a landslide. People everywhere see through all the BS of fake media. I'm only waiting for reports from last post. No, the race has tightened a little bit now. 40-30 is now what it is. I mean, if it dips a little bit more, then it could be anybody's contest. So we'll have to wait and see. Nirav, you have to just give it some more time. At least half the number of rounds have to cross before you can say, okay, this is what is going to be the party that's going to be winning. Yeah, it has been corrupted by liquor balance. But realize that even BJP has limits on what it can and cannot do. Sandeep Singh Bajwa says all Arabic cult followers are all like this. They hate non-Arabic cult followers. See, this game has to end somewhere, and this game is not going to end well for them. You saw what Israel did with that wafer-thin majority. It did not stop Netanyahu from acting against all these hostile neighbors. What is stopping Narendra Modi? We're not saying you have to go and wage wars. It's just that you need to cleanse. This cleansing is a must-have. And some of you will say, "Oh, wait a minute, our factories need labor, and this labor is only available in Bangladesh," so on and so forth. No, you got to find a way to make your process more efficient. You have to make use of what labor you will get and use that to do it. It is possible. You just don't want to set your mind to it. Efficiency is not something that India really likes. I'm stereotyping, of course, and I'm sorry to say that, but you have to learn to keep on becoming better and better and better at whatever it is that you're doing. I'm just going to wait for 5 more minutes and see how the trends are, and then we are going to call it off. Let's take a look at what the trends are saying now. Okay, so it has tightened up a little bit, 40-30 again, and I think this is going to seesaw for some time. I thought it will trend in one way, and once maybe half the booths are counted, half the rounds are finished, once half the rounds are finished, maybe the trend will be set and things will go in one direction only. At this point, there are a couple of questions. Let's take the questions, please. Thank you, Chelsea. Delhi is gone case, hub of all scamsters. Central government should bring a law that if the state goes bankrupt, it will lose state finance ministry to RBI. Chelsea, the GST has pretty much defanged all the state finance ministry powers. Because you know what you can get. You can't go beyond that. And if you start levying cess, people will start complaining because the neighboring state would not be doing that. You see what I'm saying, right? So even today, mismanagement, giving away free SOPs, this is what is hurting. And unfortunately, BJP was also dragged into this and forced to match the SOPs in states like Maharashtra and Delhi. And they will have to find a way to make up for that. And that is not by taxing the middle class. They have to find another way. Maybe increase the taxes on some of the things like liquor consumption or something like that. I'm fine with that. It's a bad thing anyway. Cigarettes and liquor are bad things. You can increase more taxes on that. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's see. Next one, please. Okay, CAIR stands for Council on American Islamic Relations. Thanks, Sachin. Suraj Patil says, what I'm hearing is that AAP is getting a lot of vote from slums. If BJP did not pay attention to illegal immigration, they are doomed. Well, this was expected. And we have been warning the center that this is happening. So, like I said, how much more leeway are you going to give? And if these people are always brought up on hatred, isn't it better that they hate you outside your country than inside your country? That is the question I'm asking. Let's hope that BJP goes on to win in Delhi, because if they don't make it in Delhi, the same whatever works for AAP here, this guy will become the face of India opposition. The India will coalesce around Arvind Kejriwal. Remember that. That is a bigger problem, because he'll start playing all these victim cards now. Says that, oh, Delhi ke walon ne bata diya, humne ko ye kar diya, wo kar diya. He's a good spinner of stories. He'll just keep on ranting and victim playing, and that might actually work for him in some states. So let's hope that this is not the case, and that they will win. Chaitanya wants to know, how is BJP winning on Muslim majority seats? Not many. 1 or 2 is where they are leading. We are not at the winning stage yet. They are still at trends right now. See, this could also be because of vote cutting from parties like MIM. So there are 3 contenders for the Muslim vote now. You have Congress, you have AAP, and you have MIM. So maybe some of the people are voting for MIM. Who knows? It could be also a clever buy. See, at the end of the day, it will be money that will be distributed. Once you have multiple suitors, money is going to be distributed. Depending on who gives more money, the vote is going to go to that person. BJP could be playing AIMIM that way, saying that, okay, the other guy is giving 1,000, you go and give 2,000, and let us break the vote. It is possible. Chelsea again, thank you so much. State goes bankrupt, lose financial sovereignty for 10 years to RBI de facto. State still giving freebie, making people lazy and country poor. Unfortunately, what you are saying is very true. We are seeing this play out in even some of the better administered states. I mean, Karnataka, it was Congress who was in power when much of the growth happened in terms of MNCs coming and setting up shop and all that stuff. And now you are seeing them go on this raid spree like there is no tomorrow. And these are all coming to bite back. I had the misfortune of traveling on some of the roads in Karnataka. They are horrible. Horrible. That's the only word I can use to describe them. Okay, next question, please. Chelsea again, thank you so much. Kejriwal should take dip in Yamuna for next 5 years. Venkatramani Sree Purna wants to know, why is Supreme Court keeping quiet? Is it about the poisoning Yamuna court? What is the context here? It can pull the government. What is the context here? I don't know what the context is. Maybe you can explain this. Next question from Mrutyunjaya Siddhalingaya. Billions of USAID spent by USA from 2021 to 23 through anti-national, selfish. We have done a full program on this. They tried hard, Mrutyunjaya. I mean, I knew that they had a lab working out of Pune. This was a breakaway from Cambridge Analytica group in London. They came from there and they sat and tried to game the system. You don't know half of what really happened in some of these places. They could have tried outright to buy votes to go in a certain direction. I mean, how long will a Hindu vote for a Hindu party if the said Hindu party doesn't do what the Hindu wants that Hindu party to do? That is the other problem. BJP has been extremely restrained. Well, he's coming down to talk with Trump. He'll be getting an earful from Trump. In exchange, at least let him tell, I will do whatever I need to deal with my minorities. You keep your nose out of it. Let's make sure that message is sent to Trump. Magnet Ranga wants to know, sadly, AAP doesn't seem to accept that Kejriwal's deeds have come back to bite it. If you don't recognize the problem, how will you solve it? Yes, indeed. Look, I think another half an hour, maybe the trend will change, and you'll get again some sort of clarity to emerge. Let's take a quick look at the trends now. Have you refreshed it? Okay, it's still sitting at 40-30. All right, so I think that's all we have right now. Is there any more questions? Please put them up. Otherwise, we can wrap it up. I think the questions are all done. Thanks so much for watching. Like I said, I'm looking beyond this election. This is now tighter than what I thought it would be. And let us hope and pray that BJP pulls through and puts up a good chief minister, and his first line of business should be to cleanse Delhi of its illegals. If you can't do it, I'm sorry, it's a small state like Delhi with Amit Shah right there breathing down. If they can't do it, then there is no hope. Sorry to be so pessimistic. At a day when everybody should be celebrating that BJP is winning in Delhi, I'm just being cautious. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Namaskar.
Thank you.